Hello everyone, and welcome to another J. Robinson Art painting, peel-off painting project. Today we're going to be painting something very simple and very easy for St. Patrick's Day. It's the St. Patrick's hat. Now before we get started, let's just talk about all the equipment that I have around me. I have a cup of water to clean off my brushes. We provided you with a spatula to remove the peel. We've also given you a plastic apron to help protect your clothing. We provide you with 2 brushes and even a styrofoam brush for this project to help paint in your backgrounds a lot easier. I'm going to be using my own little miniature brushes here that I just feel more comfortable with. And by all means, if you have brushes that you're comfortable with, please feel free to use them. We give you a paper towel, and the colors we'll be using today is primary yellow, raw sienna, white, green, and black. These are all the colors that we need for this project. We like to provide you with more paint than you'll probably use during the project. We also give you half a palette sheet. The glossy side is where you can adhere it to something and put your paints on it, or you can use a styrofoam plate. So let's get down to the project. This is basically what the project looks like. It's really fun, it's really simple, it's really easy. And the peel off will be the hat. We'll be painting all the background, then we'll remove the peel, and then we'll just decorate our hat. And just to show you how cool peel off is, you could also use it on a variety of different surfaces. This just happens to be wood. It has a nice string attached to it. We painted the background, then we put our decorations, and then we painted the hat, and this can make a beautiful hang for your door, for your wall, to help represent St. Patrick's Day. Today we'll be painting on an 8x10 canvas, and what we're going to be doing is just going through the formalities. Now basically what I've already done for you is, this is what you'll get in your project. You'll get your hat affixed and your clean background. What I've already done is I've taken the opportunity to paint my entire canvas yellow. Basically just to help speed up the video time. You just go in with the brush, use the foam brush or the flat brush, and you just simply paint the entire background over the peel and everything. Once you get your background in, then you can start the decoration, which is what we're going to do now. This is really simple. Basically what I'm going to start with is I'm going to dip my brush into a little bit of water just to soften it up. But I'm going to keep it at a point. And I'm going to take some sienna. And all I'm going to do is make a series of dots. These are random dots. You can make them anywhere you want, any size you want. You can make the amount that you want. I'm just going to very quickly go in. And again, by painting the background yellow, I could spend more time showing you how I decorated my painting. You see those dots? They're just random dots. So anybody can do this, whether you have artistic experience or not. It doesn't matter about painting on the peel because that's coming off, but you can paint close to it if you'd like, depending on how you want your dots to look. So I'm just going to randomly go around. See? Just take some color and just make a bunch of dots. Again, any size is fine. The coloration is totally up to you. I would try not to get robotic with it. So I try to just take the brush and just randomly just put in a series of dots all over so that it doesn't look too like a pattern, like too formed. I don't want it to be that way. I just want it to be random. Because once we finish painting these sienna dots, we're going to very quickly, very easily, I think that's enough, clean off the brush, keep it back in shape. I'm going to go right into some white, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now for your background, you could jazz it up any way you want. We provide you with a limited amount of colors just for the project, but you can feel free to take these colors, mix them, or add your own colors and create a background that you would like for yourself. You know, for example, just while we're painting this, because I'm going to continue to work on the project that I showed you, But just to show you some alternative choices, you could actually take and paint the Irish flag, the colors for the flag. And that could be your background. And then you could paint your hat green. You could paint the American flag colors. You could paint any kind of a background that you like. You could take and make a series of rainbow colors. You could jazz this up with all different type of colors, just to give your background any look that you want. You know, you could paint a kind of a pastel color. There's no limit to what you can do, but basically, I'm just showing you the project at hand, and you can make the choices as you're painting. All right, that's enough. My background is done. So now, without further ado, ring the bell, clean off my brush, put this one to the side. Now I'm going to pick up my spatula. Now the trick about the spatula is just to try to hold it around the neck, or get some help with this if you need to. And you can go anywhere you want, just to dig under, just to start crinkling the paper, just to start getting it like that. Once you get it, anything moved, pushed back, peeled up, you just grab it and very carefully peel it off. Ta-da! And there's our hat. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to paint it. Now I'm going to take this little flat brush, and I'm going to start right up here. Now we have to be conscious of the shapes. This is a flat surface, but if you take a little tiny bit of paint, I'm just going to mix a little bit of yellow with that, just to lighten it up a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to come right up in here, and I'm just going to draw a shape. It's almost like a kind of an arc, like a circle, because this is the top of the hat. So I want to kind of make a shape like that. Now that starts to give the hat dimension, because as you have the green here at the top, that's a light green. I'm going to show you how you can take the green with a touch of black and make a darker green. Or if you happen to have darker green values, please feel free to use them. There. Just flatten this out a little bit. There. See? Now you can let this dry, and you can come back and hit this a second time, a third time, but for all intent and purpose, we're just going to go like this and call that our hat. Now, just because I want you to understand how this really could work really good for you, I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of yellow, and there's like a little button on the hat that's right here. So I'm just going to take some yellow, and I'm going to indicate that little button shape. It's almost like a circle that's right there. And I'm going to say that's going to be the decorative design on my hat right there. I'm also going to take some yellow, a little bit of green, make a very light shade, and I'm going to paint a band. The band is going to go from here to here, and from here to here. And this is going to be the band on my hat. We'll come back and add some darker value to that later, but I just want you to show you where things are. Now, everything else in this hat is going to be of a darker green. So why don't we take just a touch of black, some green, mix it together so we can get a nice dark green out of it. Like that. That's good. That's a nice dark green. And then we're just going to start painting. Why don't we paint the clover? So I'm just going to come inside here and just paint the clover. See? Mix a little yellow with that if you like. Just kind of shake it up a little bit. Mix a little green with that, just to mix it up a little bit. There. There's our clovers. There's our clovers. Now we're going to take some green and we're going to start to paint the hat now. I didn't clean off my brush, so I want the colors to be a little darker than what's at the top. See? And I'm coming right to the band. I'm going to go right around it. Okay. Come to this side. Paint down the side. See? I'm gonna add a little yellow just to highlight some. Right here in the middle. And there. See? Now we're painting our hat. Come down here. Gonna paint the bottom. It's going to stay with the contour shape. Come right over here. See, I'm just painting the hat green now. Just adding green, staying it within the hat shape. There. Looking good, right? Easy peasy. I'm just going to paint inside, get this all colored in, and then we'll see what we need to do to make some adjustments. There. So now we have our basic hat shape, right? There we go. Now what you could do is you could let this dry, and then you could come back and you could add another highlight over it. So why don't we just give that a few minutes to dry, and we'll come back and finish it off. Okay, so what we've done is we've gone over the hat one more time just to help darken the colors a little bit by adding some green and just letting it dry and go over it. And you just want to do that a couple of times if you like. Because the real fun part now is how you trim up the hat. This is going to help bring the hat together. And what we're going to start with first is this little circle right here. Show you what I mean about decorating it. You could take this picture and jazz it up by just putting a swirl right in the middle here. So I'm just going to take the brush. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to make a slight circle, almost like a number 6. See? Like that. And then I'm just going to take that and go all the way to the edge. And then go around the hat, around this yellow part. Like as if this is a decoration inside of it. And by doing this, not only do you clean up the lines, but you start to pop your hat out and make it really stand out. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going around the hat. So now let's start with the clovers. You see how I did that? I'm going to make like 3 little heart shapes. I'm going to go like this with one and bring that right inside, just like it's a heart. Then I'm going to go on this angle and I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to make like a heart shape, bring it down. Let it touch right here in the middle, like that. And then right up at the top, I'm going to make a little curly right here, like that. Now I'm going to make another heart shape right here on the edge. I'm just going to come around like that. Now this trimming part is what really brings the hat together. It's not so much the colors or the shape. It's you taking your time and dragging this brush around. And let's make a little curly thing that goes right in here like that. Okay, now let's do the other side. The last heart. Gonna bring this heart right down here. Go around. Go right in here and just make this curly thing. Right to the edge. Bring that on around. And boom. And there's our clover. See? Easy. Now let's trim the hat. Now when I trim my hat, I don't really care if some of the lines don't actually line up. And I'll show you what I mean. I think it adds a little bit of a whimsical effect when you take the lines and you let them kind of break through a little bit. See, like that. And then even here, I'm just going to come, draw the line that's on the band that goes here to here. And then there's a band. Maybe I have it come out here and go into touch here. Now when I come to the outside here, I think this line is going to be like a little whisk. And maybe it goes around on the outside like that. And then I'm going to come in and make a line that goes down here. Maybe this one just comes off a little bit like that. I just like having fun with my lines. They don't have to be straight or connected. You see how I purposely went off on that one? Let's just continue up here and get this line in. Let's do the one at the bottom and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to purposely come off over here, but I'm going to start out just trimming right around the edge. Right around the edge of my hat. But when I come to the end, maybe I'm going to purposely let this line go off the hat. See how it's off the hat right there? And then let it just go around and come back to the hat. Yeah, I'm doing this on purpose because I like to add that little extra artistic touch. Like that, like a flare. And then I'll show you what I mean. Now you can make yours the way you want to. And there's a line that comes from here. Just like that. Maybe I'll bring it all the way over. Like that. And when I do the top, I'm going to purposely go off over here. And then come back around. Maybe let this line come around over here. And then maybe there's a line up here. I'm going to drag it. And then I'm going to let it just kind of hang around like that. And then maybe there's a little bit of a swirly thing inside here. So I do my number 6 again. Go around. And maybe let it touch back over here. And there's my hat. My hat is actually finished. Well, I hope you had fun. Told you this painting was simple and it was easy. You could put your lines as straight as you want them to be. I just like mine to be a little off kilter. Just a little bit. Just to add some basic symmetry to it. And that's the end of this project. And I hope you had fun. Look forward to painting with you again. I told you this hat is nice and simple, nice and easy. Till next time. Bye-bye.